Hey, real quick, everybody. This is Wardrobe here. So I started playing this. I started recording this about 30 minutes, but I've cut out the first 30 minutes because there was some banter that McMurray and I were doing, and there was a lot of me looking at rules. There's going to be a lot of me looking at rules on this. So I'm playing the scenario that there's a previous video that was live of Hexy or Jeff from Hex to Hex and I were playing. So I decided to give it a shot again, just trying to get the rules more solidified in my mind and also try not to rely on Jeff's knowledge of the rules, so that I can learn them myself a little bit. He jumps on near the end. Also, McMurray's on here playing across 5 Aprils, so he pipes in with some progress reports on that, which is kind of fun. So that's kind of what this is. Just kind of a rambling gameplay. So we'll just go where I take up.
Units were okay. I'm going to have to read that too to make sure I understand what all that's about. I think it's also interesting they put the wagons here for this. So looks like I could probably zoom in a little bit for you all if you're watching. So let's go 63%. Okay, so all right, so we know we're going to pull from there, but let's see how that works. Let's just understand how supply works. So I'm getting it from this headquarters because in this game, the Italians and German headquarters can fuel each other. He's reaching back here for 1, 2, 3. And he's adjacent to it. So he has room to get that from here, and then he can throw out to 8. So that allows for that kind of fuel, and then he'll fuel them. So these will just, I'm just going to put it over here. We spin it all. We're going to mark them fueled. The independence. So I'm going to look all this stuff up to make sure I understand what's going on there. I think it's that too, and then I'm going to move them up. So he's fueled. This guy's fueled. So now independents, though, have to be paid separately. I believe. So let's check fuel mode here. Well, let's check their movement. So these Nebelwerfers are going to have to flip over to move mode because they do not have enough. Unfortunately, it's a real bummer because they are super strong otherwise. And I think we determined we don't have to. Wait, who's in here? No one's in there. Who's in here? This guy here. We can look at him and see if we have to put him in mode or not. I want to put my I got to keep him back from the artillery. So I think he's not going to go to move mode because I think he's going to go 1. Yeah, because these guys can reach up to 4 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to keep them in 4110. So these guys, not the truck, but the artillery. And just the 1 is going to go not in reserve mode. He's fueled, so that's cool. And he's not going to go into move, and he's not going to go into reserve. So, because we want to look at the turn summary. Actually, is there a turn summary on this? Let me see. No, that's just the charts, barrage, combat. Oh, yeah, it is on there. Actually, it might be good for me to take a look at this. So we are here in the movement phase. We have breakout segment, mode and movement segment, barrage segment, air and ship only. So I think this is when I think they do this. Or is that only during reaction? Oh yeah, this barrage is when I'll do that. Supply phase, reaction phase, combat, exploitation. So exploitation is when they're released. So we get 1 combat. We're not going to overrun. So I'm going to move this off of here. I can't see it now at all. Oh man, it'd be nice to have this on my other screen. Why is it not showing up on my other screen? That's really strange. I wonder if I need to minimize that. Okay. Sorry, I'm having computer problems.
You're doing great.
Doing great. You're doing everything good. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, that turn sequence of play is pretty important in this. All right. So now I want to look at fueling independence. Ground movement 11. How to move ground units, move an allowance, terrain effects. Then let's see here, replacement units, this. I need fuel. Where's fuel? Supply, maybe? It's one of those games like when someone's on there playing with you, like, oh yeah, I got this. And then you're by yourself, like, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. Of like, okay, fuel supply, direct draw, throwing via HQ, combat units using truck or truck cannot expend any movement points unless thing. Fuel is never needed. Prototype units functions. Combat is needing fuel to move. Do not need fuel to attack, defend, and barrage. Combat units needing fuel to move do not need the fuel to attack, defend, and barrage, retreat, events after combat. Overrun requires attacker to pay for fuel, even if this attack begins movement adjacent to the defender. Formation method, HQ method, single unit. Pay 1 T per unit that needs fuel. Oh! Pay 1 SP to the fuel and multi-units. This is less than the mark this unit, blah, blah, blah. We use the same dump, direct draw, apply the single unit method to fuel units that are coming out draw. Okay, where's the independent thing? Independent units. Pay 1 SP to fuel and HQ itself plus all independent units within its throw range. This fuel lasts until the next friendly. Okay. All right, so that's what we want to do. Otherwise, pay 1 T per. And so that is a quarter of an RE. And these two are, so that's 1 1/4 RE. Do you also, oh, I see. I'd have to pay 3. I mean, it seems like it'd be better to pay 3 T for that. Because it would keep a little bit for me, or I can just pay 1 SP because I think I have enough. I think that's what Jeff and I did yesterday. So I could just make it easy on myself. So how did we do this? How did we make change here? Oh, I think we clone it. Clone. And then decrease X. Technically, we could go to 4 and 1 T. Let's do that. Hopefully I'm doing that right. So, I mean, if I were hurting and desperate for points, I would do that, I think. And so this will go down to decrease to that. Because he can reach him. He can throw up there as we counted. And he can definitely reach there. So he threw that to the independents. The independents are now fueled. Okay, no one else is doing that. So now, these guys were marking in reserve. So not the artillery, but everyone else is. So we're going to go modes. It's not modes. What is it? Oh, it's reserve. We pull these guys over here. Then we go down 1. The truck doesn't have to be in reserve mode. Well, no, yeah, we want him in reserve mode too. And so we just move them all 1. Is that right? Yeah. Is that right? I feel like, yeah, half. Because those guys with 3 would move there. And then they're going to get their... Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking up, reserve mode. Boy, I keep getting distracted on what I'm looking up here. So reserve move mode. Ground movement 11. Each thing you look up sends you down another rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah, I know. Honestly, I feel like half the time when you've got somebody there that you know knows the rules, you don't question the rules as much because you know that, A, they'll be like, hey, hold on. Or you can just say, hey, is this right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And which is cool. And you can learn the rules if you play together enough. But it's nice to be able to not, have to ask him every time.
Correct. I understand.
It's all about making Jeff happy. And that's what I want.
There is a lot to unpack there.
What do they say? Happy Jeff, happy Jeff, happy life? I don't know. Maybe that's not it. No? Okay. All right. So I don't see anything here about how to round that unit up. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to go there. I think I'm okay. So reserve mode, mood, and movement segment. Okay. So then these guys.
Oh boy, guess you just entered the battlefield at Gettysburg, Todd, at 5 p.m. on July the 1st.
Who's that?
Dan the Man. Dan the Man. Dan the Man.
I see. Okay. I know this is an exciting thing.
It is a very exciting thing.
I'll pretend to know why, besides the fact that you always say that when he's around.
Dan Sickles is bringing Third Corps onto the battlefield.
And that's all you need to know, bro.
Correct.
All right, so 8 is our movement in here. Oh, whoops, I should have finished up here first. So 1. And I think there's where we wanted to move him. Because this guy can shoot 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You can't hit me. Nah, 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 nah. Then these guys. No, is that in move mode? Oh, these are the stinking bicycles. That's kind of weird. Again, why'd they put those in there? I'm going to put him up top. And what are these guys? These are the Nebelwerfers. Did we put them? Is there a barrage segment? There is a barrage segment. So I think we want to. So if we put them in reserve, how will they get down there? So they'll be a quarter of 14. Wow, man. It's 3.5. So that would be half. Wait, it'd be 1, 2, 3.5. So he'd move there. And then he can move 14 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, we're going to put those. Oh, wait. And do I have that to do? Yes, I do. So I can put my Nebelwerfers in reserve mode. Let's put the bike in reserve mode too. Let's see what happens there. And none of these guys are. So him. All right, so let's look at what interdiction does. Again, Jeff told me, but I want to know where to find it in the rules. Interdiction, where
It
the
just
heck?
restricts movement, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an extra movement point in there. So instead of half on the road, it'll be 1.5. I just want to know where to find it. Is that train busting 14.8? 14.8, a subset B. Ground units must add 1 movement point to the train cost of every hex entered that is in a TZ. Rail cargo moving, ships, aircraft seeing. Now, there an additional phasing, train busting barrages can be doing. Okay. He wasn't lying to me. He was telling the truth.
Oh, Nike.
So we're going to go F 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. That's 5. That's 6.5. That's 8. It's 9.5. That's 10. That's 11, 12, 13. And these guys in reserve, which would be him. Will be 1. That's half. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope. Nope. You can move 3.5 in reserve. Okay. There's that. All right. So that is mode and movement segment. Now we're in the barrage segment. Let's see what that entails. Barrage with air and naval units within range. No artillery barrage. Ship to shore artillery is 1 per turn. Ship to naval is every friendly barrage segment. Train busting, is this a... So this is reaction barrage. Limited flight, no flight. Conduct barrage with air units, naval units, once per turn. Okay, so that's going to happen after... So I get to use air. So my boys here are going to bomb. I could use a better roll than I had last time with these guys. These guys. What happened to my air? Oh, there they are. So let's move these 2 guys. Boom. Let's turn the move mode off. Movement trail off. Don't care about that. Movement trail. Movement trail. Okay, you're going to stay on. That's fine. Movement trail. No, movement trail. All right, whatever. All right. So let's look at barrage with air. 14.7. I love it when they put rules references on the player aids. Makes it so much better. When I'm done with barrage, I want to ask how the game's going, but I got barrage first, so 14.7. Barrage and hip shoots. They use barrage missions to attack ships, ground units, and facilities. What follows are the specifics of barrage missions. Can never combine with artillery ships in single barrage. Covers the more general rules of barrage. 10 covers the more general rules of barrage, and 18.3 describes anti-ship barrages. Okay, that's fun. Air units have a mission hex segment, blah, blah, blah. Short range. Range effects apply when all aircraft connecting the barrage are at or within 10 hexes of the base. Nope, don't have that. Hip shoots are done during movement segments. They are resolved like normal. Nope, don't have hip shoots. Train busting, don't have that. Air transport, don't have that. That's cargo, cancellation, delay, gliders. Okay, that is all unnecessary. When both sides have active planes in a hex, we don't have that. We don't have air combat in step E of the air mission sequence. 14.2F. What the blank? Declare the mission type. Okay, we're barraging. Move the aircraft from one or more missions to the mission hex. Resolve air combat. If both players have active aircraft, resolve any interception. We don't have that. Resolve any flak. 14.4. So good stuff here. 14.4 flak. Okay, the enemy player checks to see if he has obstructed air defenses. Flak. Disrupt the mission. Normal flak reflects air to ground fire. Most combat units have some anti-aircraft ability, and the design also assumes nominal flak assets are deployed at important potential targets. The intensity of ground flak is increased if the mission is flown into an enemy patrol zone, which we 14.4A always barrage. Mission subject to flak. Barrage, blah, blah, blah. Only if in an enemy patrol zone, air transport, airdrop, and base transfer. Nope, never. Fighter sweep, intercept. Okay. Never affect flak. Patrol zone. A patrol zone is a defensive area created by any air base with one or more. Nope, don't have that. Non-mission aircraft. No, don't have that. Flak resolution. Roll 2 dice. This is where I rolled awful yesterday. Let's see what happens. Let's roll better today. So Jeffy will be proud. And the first die roll of the day goes for, this is where we're looking for 11. Oh yeah, I want to pull up that. So I pull up the barrage chart. Let's do a couple things here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. And let's go to 75%. Try that again. You got to hit enter. That's what a weird thing. And hit OK. And then I'm going to pull the charts up so everyone can see what we're looking at here. So we're talking about right down here, what's happening down here. And we're looking at flak. So the mission has 3 or more air units. It does not. I think we added that +1 yesterday. 3 or more. Oh, that's weird. Target hex includes 1 or more HQs because those HQs would have, so it's 1. Total map printed flak or ship flak. Target is an independent. Oh, wait. Oh, that's weird. I thought they were. So it's just a +1. Okay, add the applicable modifiers. If the modifier roll is 11 or more, kill 1 mission aircraft. Okay, so I want to roll low as the German player. You'd want to roll low. Come on. 5 and 2 is 7, plus my 1 is 8. So if the modified roll is 11 or more, kill 1 mission sub. Otherwise, the flak has no effect. Woohoo! All right, so no effect there. Oh, wait, I didn't have flak. I think that one I actually did okay because I didn't have to kill a step here. Oh, no, I do have 3 air. Okay, well, I'm still good. That's right, because one, there's a... Oh, I put my guy over the ships. Whoops. Let's put him out here. So that's right, I do have 3. Okay. Yeah, you'd think, oh man, those ships have air. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, those ships also need to go back 1. I need a mouse. Boom, boom. Okay. So we did that. So nothing happens there. So let's go to the barrage table. So the barrage table is roll 2 dice using the barrage strength and apply the shift. So we have 36. So we are in this. Oh, I can't highlight here, but it's right here. So it's, but we don't have to pay the T's for it. So I need a nice high roll here. Are there any shifts? Density shifts. 1 RE less. All right, let's see what's in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. There are 6. So it is not greater than, it is right 3. If I'm doing my counting of that. So we're going right 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to the 117 plus. Additional shifts. There is a correct spotter. if any unit the target has is in strat mode. If all their cover 10. Okay, so we are good. So we're going to roll on the 117 plus. This is where you want to roll high. I rolled low on this one, I think, yesterday. You can check the tape, and 5. That's not great. So it's that stinking half. Are you kidding me, dude? So it happens again. If in level 3 or 4, an air or ship. Okay, oh yeah, so we go down to regular half. Roll 1 die on a 4-6, lose a step, and become DG otherwise. So I went to a 4 or 6 on 1 die. I rolled a 2, of course, so everyone's DG. The rolling continues. Again, let me go pull out ASL here and play that. It's because then we'll see those low rolls stop. Okay, so that is that. Did I move all my... I felt like we had a pretty heavy barrage attack in that first turn there. Huh. Oh, yeah, I didn't do anything with this guy. Shoot. I'm going to go back and do that. So if I put him in move mode, he'll be able to move there. If he's in reserve, 1, 2, 3, and he's done. If I put him in reserve mode, he'll go here, and then he'll go 1, 2, 3. So he'd be right there. So he could attack them. I don't know what good that would do. Those are extra special dudes. If I put them in move mode, he gets to go. He'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check the terrain here. Maybe if it's 5. So he can move in there. So yeah, he would move into regular. Boom, in there. He was in reserve. I would have to pay for him. Oh, shoot, man. What would he have to pay to get in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh, does he pay? He's 3 steps, so he would have to pay 3. He's going to pay 3T. Oh, geez. So we're just going to decrease this 1. I think I figured that correctly. Decrease. Okay, so I need to write that question down. Division, 3 steps, 3T or 3SP? I don't think it'd be 3SP. No, because they have, yeah. So I think it would be 3T because 1T for each regimental equivalent, and there are 3 steps, which are like 3 regimental equivalents in that division. So, okay. All right. So that was Barrage. Oh yeah, let me. I'm going to ask you here what's happening here. Just one moment. Barrage with air and naval units within range. Who does that? Who does that? Yeah, this is a reaction for them. Okay. All right, I'm done with that. So what's happening in your game there, bro?
Stand by.
Stand by. All right, so we're going to do...
well, so in... Just a sec.
Okay.
I'm having to turn my camera around.
Oh, you're going to show us?
Yeah.
All right, let me put you on here then. Just a minute.
Okay, so
hold on.
Across 5 Aprils, there's...
Let me put your screen on here. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, so in Across 5 Aprils, there's mandatory attacks.
Uh-huh.
But you move based on a chit draw order that is determined just by movement. So when I pull that, Reynolds First Corps has to move. That's these guys.
They have to move, okay?
No, that's the only time they can move. How about that?
Okay. So you don't have to move them.
Pull this thing, all Union forces that have an enemy in the ZOC have to attack. You know when this thing's going to get pulled. Same with Confederates. So, like, it's this weird back and forth of, do I actually want to attack? Or, so like up here inside of Gettysburg, you can see where Ewell's Corps came in and Ollie Howard's 11th Corps were here and here. Right?
Okay.
Or opposited, yeah. And so they moved into surround, but then 11th Corps got their chits. They moved over here to gang up on this guy because neither side has drawn their combat chit yet. So it's weird. Likewise, over here we had, I don't even know if I'm getting those cores right. Yeah. So then this should be AP Hill's core down here, I believe. Yeah.
Well, let me ask a question real quick. So if you let's say those Union guys forget the chits you'd pulled, and you're thinking, okay, I need to pull these guys back because I do not want to combat those Confederates because they're very strong. So you'd be hoping for that move chit to come up first, so you could move them.
Yes, because otherwise, you have to attack.
Oh, geez. Okay.
An artillery barrage counts for that, but there's not an overabundance for artillery. So right here, we now have a 2-to-1 fight, but he's on raised ground, so it goes back over to a 1-to-1. It's just, again, it's a weird give and take to try and figure out what's going to happen. And, is my chit going to come before his chit? It's a lot of, I don't know if that's actually going to work or not. So the Union just got a 1R result for the Confederacy. So that Confederate stack is going to take 1 casualty and retreat. And the Confederacy rolled a 1. Gotta be kidding me.
Which means what?
Which means 1 1, but they get a +1 for their morale. So they get down to a 2. So the Union's going to take, one of these Union units is going to take a step loss.
Oh, so they roll for combat as well?
Yes, there's a defender's roll and an attacker's roll.
Oh, that's cool.
It is. I like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. That chit pull thing there makes that game forever replayable.
It does. It does.
And very solo friendly.
It does. I'm a big fan.
Of course, there's probably people who played this game a million times like, yeah, Todd,
I'm going to set this down now. But there's kind of the view of my battlefield as we near the end of day 1 of Gettysburg.
So is this looking okay, he's off. Is this looking good for the Union or Confederate? I mean, it was one side looking.
It's really even in terms of casualties. But I mean, so it's kind of like the first day at Gettysburg, right? Tonight, this next turn, which is kind of the last big turn, my Union forces are going to have to jump back up here onto Culp's Hill and solidify this line on Cemetery Ridge, because McPherson's Ridge and Seminary Ridge probably aren't going to hold out. And if nothing else, Gettysburg isn't going to hold out. And these guys can't stay sitting over here if the rest of my Union forces retreat to here. Holding Gettysburg is a terrible idea. The only reason nothing happened right here is because each side rolled a 1 for their combat. Fighting in Gettysburg is excessively bloody, and it does actually favor the attacker, oddly enough. But yeah.
Why is that, do you think?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea. But fighting in a town results in a 1R shift as opposed to everything else, which is an L shift.
Huh.
Yeah. No idea.
Okay.
But
fascinating.
So
I'm sorry, what game is this again? This is
Across 5 Aprils. This is the Gettysburg scenario from Across 5 Aprils by Victory Games.
How complex is this?
Not terribly.
Is it more complex than most you play?
No, it's right about I'd say it's probably a little less than like SCS, but not by much.
A little less than SCS?
Yeah, not by much though, to be honest with you. Just
what
because there's less crap to track, you know what I mean? Like you don't have air support.
No, right.
And stuff like that. But there's a short series rule book. Like so here's the thing for all the all the games in the box. And then there's a book, and these aren't unnecessarily short. There's some meat to them. And these are all the scenario rules.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's a cool game. I like it. It's right in that happy place.
Oh, wait a minute. This covers battles from all 5 years or something like that. Is that what that means?
Yes, this covers Bull Run, Pea Ridge, Shiloh, Gettysburg, and Bentonville, Arkansas.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I think we've talked about this game before.
Yes, I've played everything in here except for Shiloh. This is my second or third time playing the Gettysburg scenario.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
I am having fun, and it's going differently than last time. So yes, the chit pull and everything else makes it really replayable.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you for that update. Now back to 1943.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So where we are is in supply. Now we don't have to worry about supply here. Just trace supply, but I do kind of want to understand it better. Again, Jeff walked, Jeff, the guys, Chris, and who did we play? Johan. And then the guys from Canada all explained this to me. But again, that was all a year ago. And so let's just check supply real quick and make sure it's pretty simple. Trace supply is, it really is funny how, I'm not going to say supply is easy in this. It's very convoluted. There's a great video series, RVT. He's got his third video out about OCS, and it's about supply. And the guy needs to publish his little PowerPoints he does as a PDF or something, because they're just fantastic, talking about all the different ways you supply. And it is pretty overwhelming about it, but that's why people play this, because it's kind of fun. All right, so trace supply. On map supply, trace supply, blah, 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 doopy doopy doo. They need to check for trace supply. If unable to trace supply or eat off the map, the combat units are marked out of supply. Direct draw is used to receive and distribute trace supply. There are three kinds of supply sorted: map edge, railroad, determinable hexes with an extender, and enemy zone of control. So in this case, like the U.S. troops are getting their, golly, where's my mouse? Okay, there it is. Are getting it from this LST here that you can't see under there, but there's an LST that's providing it. And they might own Gela, and they might be Gela. I'm going to say Gela. They might be getting it from that. But anyway, they all can get it because they're all right here, and this guy can get it because he's right there on the river. So everyone's in trace supply there. The Germans are going back this way. I do need to understand. The combat units are marked out of supply. Okay, if they're unable to trace supply or eat off the map, which I don't need to eat off the map. And direct draw are used to receive distribution. Okay, so that's interesting. So I have to go back to 12.3B and A. Map edge, trainable and hex with an extender that connect an enemy zone of control at any type of supply source X prevents trace supply from being obtained, but these can be negated per 4.5B. To draw supply. All right. So trace, though, adjacent is close enough, which I think is interesting. Can throw supply used immediately. HQs and strat cannot throw supply. Okay. HQs cannot rethrow supply given to them by another HQ. An HQ able to draw SP from a dump can then pass needed supply forward to the extent of its printed throw range. An HQ's throw range and movement points appears on the counter. Counter movement path or a hex adjacent to the unit, count to the MP. Supply points. So we're not doing supply points. We're just doing the. Okay, I'm going to have to spend a little time reading that. I know they're fine, but their supply sources here, they can trace it. The headquarters can throw 8. And they can reach back to this one with no problem to the supply source. These extenders, so I could use these. So I wonder if I should move these closer. Well, let's just look here real quick. What happens to the unit when he's moved to move mode? Okay, so his throw range reduces to 5. But he's within like 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could actually move 1 hex up this way. In move mode, he would have a throw of 5, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So he actually could reach. So I could move these guys. These guys can carry just 1 supply point, though, I think. So I wouldn't be able to carry all that with me. Okay. I don't need to do that. So I'm going to move him back. So I do want to read the supply section offline, as it were. Okay. So supply, we know that. I was just trying to learn it. Okay, reaction movement. So reaction. Now, no one can react here, but we can barrage with the naval in this phase. Again, I need to kind of figure out, it's another note I'm going to make here. Why don't the ships have to be in reserve mode? Let's see what's going on here. They might just be able to barrage at all times. I don't know. I thought they had to be put in reserve. I thought that's what Jeff said. But all right. So now, these we're now going to barrage with the ships. We don't have like this artillery here. Again, I don't know why they even have them in here, but because they're not in reserve. But I did place them where they could barrage if they could, but they can't. So I don't know what the point is. I guess I should put him in that. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so I mean, I can put him in there to soak off damage. That just seems weird. All right, barrage. So these ships are they can barrage together. It's 30. So 30. Oh, they don't have to pay for that. So 30 is in this column. The density shift will happen though, because we got a lot of people. We got 3, 4. Oh, wait. No, 3. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 6.5. So we are greater than 6. Ooh, yikes. Right, 4. So that's 117. Yikes. All right. Germans are going for a low roll. They're going to, no matter what, they'll be DG. 4. Just DG'd. All right. Woo. So no losses. That's amazing. Place DG. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. So that's what happened last time. So, and that's what will happen, because I'm going to stack up. I wonder if I stacked up units like out, if they could, I don't even know if they can move here though. So that's a question. I need to understand the zones of control again, but I don't know if they have enough movement, but could they move here to lessen the stack and lessen the effect of that barrage? So understand ZOC for the 4304. No, that's 4204. No, it's 4207. 4207 hex and movement. And attacking across from there. So, because I don't think the tanks have to stop there. I think only the trucks have to stop. I don't think there's extra movement or anything. So he moved from like here, and he'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's his movement? 12. So I wonder, can he move into there? You know what? Let's just look at zone of control here. I think, yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't attack from 2 different hexes. So let's look up and let's understand zone of control. This is the time to do it. And I know everyone's patient. And again, channeling my inner Calendale here. So, let's see here. So zone of control. I know I read this. That was like 20 minutes ago. Attack capable units in combat mode, zone of control, unless currently marked. So the truck movement, supply lines. Oh, yeah, supply lines. Is it negated? An enemy zone of control, trace with note, an HQ or extender with leg or track mobility is unaffected by zone of control, is negating. An enemy zone of control in a hex is negated if that hex needs a friendly combat unit that at that moment in the unit during the game will not spend movement points later in the current phase. It is allowed to leave a hex. Okay. Oh. Hold on, everybody. The man himself, the legend.
I'm already here.
Heyo.
Why did I miss this? And then it didn't make any sound on my phone.
Crap.
Oh, great.
No, I drew the Union combat chip really fast.
Uh-oh.
Second pull.
He's playing a little Cross 5 Aprils there, Jeff.
Well, good.
He's shown us that he's shown us the map just a few minutes ago. So explain where. Let me get back into the full screen, so because everyone's seen your beautiful face, or whatever we call it. And so, I use my air. Boop. Air is finished.
Are you replaying the scenario?
Yep. You can see that. So here's a question I was just kind of looking up here and understanding. So I just did this DG here,
Right.
from the cruisers.
Right.
But what I thought, okay, so zone of control doesn't stop any of these units, right? So I could have moved on through that zone of control. Is that correct?
Once he's DG'd, yeah.
But, oh wait.
I mean, there's
Is Jeff on or not?
ones that can, but like trucks, I don't think can do it. And you got a truck in there, so.
Yeah, but I think the tanks could have moved. Oh, the tanks could have moved through it before he was DG'd, right?
Yeah.
So, because what I'm thinking, Jeff, is, and I might kind of step back here a little bit and change something. So I'm wondering, like, why don't I put a couple of guys in here? Because then they'll have the US has to make a decision. Do they barrage all one hex, or do they have to split up the barrage? And maybe I might not get DG'd because the regimental equivalents would be less. It's just 2 more rolls. It could maybe miss.
Right.
That would put them in a shift. So if because they all had movement points available to move into.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
But the black movement factors have to stop because they're trucks, right? Unless they're negated by another unit.
Right. Yeah. So if there's somebody in an adjacent hex, the trucks can go right on through.
All right. Well, let's. Does it have to be an armor unit, or can it be another truck unit? Let's see. And that hex contains a further unit during the negate. Will not spend. I'm not going to rely on you as a crutch. I'm going to try to figure it out.
That's good because I'm not paying attention.
Perfect. Hey, McMurray, can you hear Jeff on here?
I can.
Okay, I thought okay. An enemy's under control. Oh, hey, McMurray, I'd like you to meet Hexy, McMurray.
Andrew.
Hi.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too, bud.
The unit during the negation will not spend movement points later. The friendly combat unit during the negation need not have a zone of control. So so it would work. So
Yes, I am ordering dominoes.
all right, so I'm going to take that. We're going to take the DG off. I guess we have to do it one at a time. That's kind of weird.
Oh, we like weird. Man, last night was a good night for Hex Encounter Gaming.
Yeah, it was.
It was
It
like,
was a very good night.
yeah.
So everybody, we got to watch. We didn't record this or anything, but we got to watch Brian play a Hex Encounter game of Saratoga from Decision Games, a little folio game, little mini game, and he did great. We were proud. So let's split up the tanks. Let's put one of the tanks in here. And then maybe. Oh, yeah. And then let's put. Let's see what the sizes are here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put the Italians here. Okay. So now, as the U.S., I guess the U.S. would probably split their fire, right, Jeff? Because you'd want to try to DG them.
Yeah, and also Joey verified, too, that the 2 naval vehicles, they can actually fire together if you wanted them to.
Correct. So let's fire. So that's 411, and that's 10, 12. So I guess we'll fire the 18 at this top hex here. So now it's going to change a little bit. So we got the regimental equivalent in that hex is 1, 2. So it's greater than 1 up to 3. So no shifts for that. Not hedgehog, not close, not extreme, nothing there. They're not in strap mode, blah, blah, blah. So now it's just going to be a straight 18. So that makes a big difference here.
Yeah.
So now we might get some no results. Hopefully I'm doing all that movement and stuff right. We get an 8, so of course, you know, I roll nice and well. So they're DG'd anyway. So that'd be awesome if they all get DG'd anyway. So, but, and then the next one below is, so is there a way, do you mark these guys? I like this
Fired.
combat
There you go.
sequel, mark fired.
Fired.
Now 12. Now this guy, he's got 3. He's got a division, so that's 3 regimental equivalents, and then 2 more, so that's 4. So it is up to 4. So it's gonna be right 1 off the 12. So it's gonna be on the 17 to 24 column again. We're gonna roll 2 dice, nice and low, please. Oh, 10, perfect. Okay.
Oh, yes, right. Roll high today.
Well, I didn't earlier. Oh my gosh, man, talk on it. Well, let's see. What does 10 do? It's half. So okay, here we're going to roll nice and low here. 4, 6, lose a step, or just become DG. 4. Okay. And we decided it comes off the largest unit because these other guys would just, so we're going to flip. We're going to redo. Okay, what is it? Mode, mask, exploit, multi-step units, show step loss. Wait, what's that? -0. What the heck? What happened there? Hold on. It says -0. Show step loss. Add step loss marker? What does the 0 do on that? Oh boy, I don't know what's going on here. So why would it put why would it put -0 on there? All right.
Oh, no. Remember your step losses are -1, -2, -3. So if you've got a 4,
Well, it's
and you put a -1, see, you got a 1 marker there.
yeah,
So that means he's now a 2.
right. And that, well, we'll worry about the combat in a minute. Doesn't matter. But it also allows me to, if you, in the mode, it allows you to multi-step units to show step loss, and then add the -0 there.
Right.
I don't know what happens if I show increased step loss. Now it's a -1. So I guess I want -1 on there, right? All right, we'll look at that later. Okay. Anyway, well, it doesn't matter. They're DG as well, so my little plan didn't work. But they still get to attack. I assume you can combine attacks, right? So from different hexes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was that. So that's the barrage. That took a while longer than it needed to, but it worked fine. All right. Reaction barrage, combat arty barrage. I did move the arty a little differently this time as well. All right. So we have 12. We only have 1 arty unit that can reach him right now, and that's 12 into that hex. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the battle group is what? Battle group is, that's not a regiment equivalent, is it? So it's going to be, I guess it's 1. So it's 6. So it's up to 6. So it's right 3. So 12, 1, 2, 3. So it's in the 4168. Roll 2 dice. 4. Doggone it. Are you freaking serious? 1, 2, 3, 4. DG. Big deal. Come on, bro. Change label. Can you show that they fired? Oh, wait, I need to pay for that. So that's 3T. So that comes out of 1, 2. All right, fan-freaking-tastic.
I didn't do it.
Okay. So that's that. Now combat. Now, so my defense. Wait, no, let's see here. So conduct according to mode, supply, and combat rules. So first, we're going to do supply. So how much is this going to cost me? It's 1T per RE to combat, correct?
Okay.
So I've got 1, 2 in that hex, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to cost me 5T to combat in there. So we're going to use. Now we're going to be able to reduce this one and get rid of that one. So decrease and decrease. Oh, 15. Yeah, I don't think so. All right. So that was paid for. Now these guys, we know we're going to pay 2T for that because that's the most they pay. So decrease. I need to learn all the hot keys for this. Make it a lot easier. All right, so the supply's been paid.
Click for me.
The what?
You mean like alt click for me?
Yeah. Yes, like alt click for you.
What is alt click?
It shows a little radar ping so you can see where you are, because otherwise he's saying this unit here, and we're like, what unit are you talking about? So if you alt click, it kind of flashes so you can see what hex he's talking about. Like this. Boing, boing. Okay, and it makes that sound. All right, so it looks like my lead unit's going to have a 4 action rating on the attack, and my lead unit's going to be a 3 action rating here, so that's a 1 difference. So where this is a regular attack, so I need a 9 or more on 2 dice. Come on, for a change. This is what I rolled low on everything, and the defense kept getting it. 7, 8. So I don't get it, but at least it's not a defense shift. So the defender is at half, so he's at 11, 11 and a half, 14 and a half, 17 and a half defense. So we're going to type that in our little window here, 17.5. And then we're going to count our offensive strength, which is all halves. So it's 1, 2. Oh, wait. Armor is doubled because is armor doubled because they're attacking from the open or into the open?
Yeah, if it's in brackets, that means it's for the attacker only.
No, I'm asking about. Oh,
yeah, so whatever terrain the defender chooses, that's the thing we forgot to discuss last night.
Oh, but they're in the open. They don't have a choice. Yeah,
if there's no other terrain, they're stuck in the open. But whenever you have options, the defender gets to choose what terrain he's defending in.
And if they say open, the armor attacking gets doubled.
Yep.
Dang, that's so crazy. Okay, so that so it's to 2, 3. Oh, shoot. You know what? Sorry, backstepping again. We're moving this arty over here, and we're going to change. We're stepping back a roll. Man, what did I roll for that arty roll there? That was the 12. Okay, so that was 12, and he got to go over 3, and I think I just rolled a 4 on that, right?
Okay.
So I rolled, is that right? Because he did DG him. Yeah, so he rolled a 4 on that. So instead of being a 12 to 16, he'd be a 20. So we would have been here, so it would have been 1, 2, 3, and a 4 is still DG. Okay, so that's all. Okay, just wanted to see. All right. So 1, 3. And so we got 3 attacking so far. 4, and then 5, 6. Now, okay, so this Italian, so I'm at 6 right now. This Italian that is normally 7 lost a step. Does that -1 count towards his 7? So now it's a 6 firepower or 6 combat factor?
No, has nothing to do with their strength. When they're reduced to 50% of their steps, then their strength is halved.
Okay, so right now it's okay. So he's 3.5. So now it's 9.5. So we're at that 9.5 thing again, like we were yesterday. So that's all the same. Okay, that's good. And it means we're doing things. I'm doing things fairly similar. I said 17.5 divided by 9.5 is going to be 1.84. So that's going to be to the combat chart. I did not get surprise. So nothing happens there. I'm in the open. I am now 1 to 2. Nope, 1 to 2 is over here. So I'm going to roll on that. There's no other rolls. Does the AR differential matter here? Because it was a +1. Am I going to go +1 to my roll?
But it was +1 for the attacker.
Yep.
I mean, the attacker was up 1.
Yep.
Yeah, that's +1 to your die roll.
Okay, let's roll nice and high. Come on. Oh, Jamie, are you freaking serious? 2 + 1.
Oh my god.
Plus another one. So 4. 4 on the 1 to 2. Are you serious? Come on, man. Gosh. I want to roll again just to see. Look at another 2-1. 4-2. Come on. All right. Anyway, so it was 3-4. Attacker AL2. AL flipping 2. So my lead unit that I used loses the first step, which would have been Pioneers, I guess. Why not? And so so he goes to the dead pile. And then I can take it from anyone else I want.
Did you take? Okay, so you took one from the guy that has steps, right?
No, I took it from the lead unit. Don't I have to take it from?
Oh yeah, you start with the lead unit, and then after that, you can take it. You just can't kill a unit if you have one that has steps.
All right, so then the Italians are going to lose another step. Like, seriously, that step loss marker doesn't increase. So now it's -2. So now it would be 3.5, but they're not attacking anymore. They're done. That's fantastic. It's going well. All right. Reaction. No, wait, that was combat. Exploitation movement. Yeah, baby. I put my bicycle in reserve. Three, 4, 5. So now the bicycle can get into movement, get into combat.
Sweet.
Do DG units negate zone of control? I mean, they still got combat strength, so I'm going to say yes. So so let's move. Wait, so exploitation movement first. Oh, that's interesting, Jeff. You can. It looks like it's saying move exploitation marked units half movement allowance, or if released from reserve, full MA. So you can keep them in reserve and move them half their points, and I guess they stay in reserve. It's interesting. I don't know why you do that, but okay. But I'm releasing this guy, so he's going to go 1. Riding their little bicycles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. My Nebuchadnezzar. Oh yeah, you said to keep those. Get that habit down. They're gonna go. So we know that's 5 to there, and I don't need to go that far. I can go to here. Okay. Oh, whoops. All right. And then these guys make him out of reserve. I just got to make sure I don't overstack these hexes. But you said I've got 10, so I'm good. So he's going to go 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and so I'll just move like, I don't need to make it complicated here. They're all just going to move into there. 1, boom. Okay. Exploitation movement, exploitation barrage. So now these two Nebavefas, I think, get to attack. So I say my Nebel Warfer is in reserve to use them in exploitation barrage, which we did not do yesterday, I don't think.
Yeah, we used them. Remember, we took them out of reserve instead and let them fire.
As a larger 40 stack or something.
Yeah, we fired 4 different batteries.
So now we're firing 20 into that hex, which again is 4. Sorry, I have to keep counting 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be, so it's 20. Nope, barrage. 20. Oh wait, first of all, hold on. So now I got to pay the T here. So 20 is going to be 3T. It's kind of fun to use the. It's kind of fun to count the pay for stuff with supply. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I can see why it would be crazy on an east front battle, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to try one of those one time.
What's that?
I'm gonna have to try one of those one time.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So I paid the artillery, so it's 20. I think I messed up something on movement here, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think I forgot to do the interdiction thing there, but I think that was just 1. Because the bikes count as, the bikes count as foot movement, so they only had to interdict that 1 hex, so they're good. Okay. 20, 3T, and it is up to 6. So right 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, Jeff, I'm going to roll high. You think I am?
No.
6. No. That's the half bracket.
That's weird, man. You rolled 2-1, then you rolled 2-1, then you rolled 4-2.
I mean,
roll the dice again. Roll the dice again. Roll
that vassal die roller, baby. Oh, whoops, sorry. But look at that roll with 3.
You just screwed it up though. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I want that one. Okay, what I roll 6 on.
And see, I was looking. Your 2 rolls above were 2, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Then it went 4 and 2, 4 and 2. And now see it's 2, 1, 2, 1, 4 and 2, 4 and 2 again. I think the die roller might be a little busted up in that game, buddy.
Well, I'm all about rolling on real dice as far as I'm concerned, but
nothing says we have to do that. Can't do that.
Yep. Okay. So I mean, all right. So anyway, so it's 20. It's moving over 3. It's a 6 on there. It's the half. Come on, roll a 4, 6, please. Come on. Yes. It's the defender's choice. But you have to take the loss off a multi-step unit first, right? So.
Okay. Is that artillery?
No, I did not put the artillery in there this time.
That was combat?
That was barrage, yeah.
Pizza.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
All right. Jeff left for pizza. McMurray left for whatever.
McMurray will have an exciting update when he gets back, though.
Okay. Add step loss marker, increase step loss. Nope.
Love and marriage, eating a pizza.
Yummy. Okay, multi-show list. Why is it not? I don't understand why it's not. Okay, whatever. All right. All right, I'm not liking this game anymore. Okay, so exploitation combat. Here we go. This is our last chance to take the hex we need. This is it, everybody. So the defense is going to be the same, even though they took a step loss. So that's 17.5. We know that. Now these guys are not DG'd. So we have 1, 2. We have 4 up to 8 is 10. 12. Those guys don't get to attack. 12, another 8 is 20. And then a 3 is up to 6, so 26. And then another 8 is 32. Nope, 34. 36. So we have 36 combat against that one. So it's 17 and a half and 36. Oh, everyone's got to pay their points here. So the Americans are going to decrease that. So we're going to delete that one. These guys are all going to pay. I just want to make sure I get the cost right. We're going to be 1.5, 1.5, and 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 4 3/4. So we got 4 3/4. So I think we actually have to pay 1 and a 1T. So we're going to reduce this, decrease, and then we would do change, and it would be that. Okay. I think I did that correct. All right, Jeff, we're attacking. Oh, now we got to do surprise. So these guys' the defender's highest rating is, does a step loss affect action rating at all? 3. So it's a 3 action rating against that. Come on, I need a nice high one. Come on. What's those tigers? 5. Yeah, baby. 5 minus 3. So we have a 2 differential. So let's go to combat. Surprise roll. 2 differential. Nice and high. 2 different. Okay, well, it's not low, so at least defenders don't get it. Dang it. Dang it. All right. I think we're only going to be 2 to 1. Man, that's a bummer, dude. I think that's how you have to get it. Is you got to get surprised to really, because I'm not going to get a high enough roll to get these guys out of here unless they have to retreat or something. But I'm not going to get that kind of roll here,
Right.
unless I roll really high. But we know how that's going to go. So 36 divided by 17 and a half is 2. So it is 2 to 1. So that's good in the open. So let's see. Defender lose 2, option 2, DG. So yeah, there's no way I can. They're not leaving this. I needed really high. But wait, let's roll it anyway. So, and I get a +2 on the roll, so that's good. So we know how this is going to go. Yeah, 6 +2, 7, 8 on the 2 to 1. AO1, DO1. So attacker takes it first.
Right.
So I would take the loss because I want them to be forced to do something. Because if I retreat, they don't have to do retreat, right?
Right.
So, do I have a multi-step unit that
They
participates?
don't have to do anything if you retreat. Well, they don't have to take a step loss or retreat if you move away.
Right. Oh, really? Nothing?
Nope.
Oh, dang. So my action rating guy would have. So my tigers are gonna have to take the loss. Does that mean they're gone? Probably so.
Uh-huh.
Well, who needs them anyway? That's kind of what happened anyway.
Who needs tigers?
Yeah, they're overrated. Actually, they kind of were in this case. And so then all right. So I'm sorry, defender option 1. So they could. So the Americans have to make a decision. They can either retreat or take a loss. Is that accurate?
Okay.
So they have to take it off the 4-step unit, and they would go to step loss, increase to 2 step losses. So now they're at half. So does that mean now they would start being, or is it more than half?
I'm sorry. I'm eating. I'm not paying attention.
No, that's cool. I'm going to look it up. Step losses, air bases, specialized units deployed, overrun combat. I do not know where this would be. Step loss. Well, that's the game. The Americans win again. And I am going to. So the Americans win again. I'm going to end this recording, and I'll look it up later after we're done. The state prevent Gela again. I changed a couple things. So Jeff and I last night put the infantry units from Hermann Goering in move mode. We didn't need to do that, so I didn't. So I gave them a little bit more strength. I added the bicycles to it. I changed up where they attacked from to kind of lessen the impact of the cruisers, destroyers. Of course, it didn't work, but it was worth a shot. I think I did everything pretty close to correct here. And we have pretty much the same result like you got last night. I mean, you're pretty much got to get some really good results on the barrage, and you need to get some good results on you need surprise. I mean, that's pretty obvious and a really good roll. I mean, so if I did get a surprise and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, my best roll would be attacker exploit 2, defender lose 2, option 3. I mean, so they would have lost 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, you almost have to have 2 different attacks to knock them out of there, it seems.
Yeah, your exploitation attack has to really work well. No, I'm sorry. Your regular combat needs to work well to eliminate a. Well, I mean, we barrage them twice and we attack them once before this last exploitation. Those all could result in at least 1 step loss, which would then help you when you come in and do this last attack if you're able to eliminate more steps, right?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you got to get the rolls. So I don't know. I mean, you got to get really good rolls, but it'd be interesting to know if people are able to do it. So I think I'm ready to do the Western Sicily scenario, which does not have air landings, and it probably doesn't have naval in it. So that kind of helps with that stuff a little bit on that. Because then the next one after that is Promissal Bridge, which has naval landing, naval barrage, and air landing. So there's a lot there. That's very different than most games. So anyway, that's cool. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit better about how things work. I did forget to do the interdiction on one of my movements, but I think I still was able to get to the hex I got to. I think I did the movement, the supply correctly. It does kind of take it down to the wire and supply, though. I mean, I ended that turn with 3 T, 2 3/4 T, or 2 3/4 supply. So that's cool. I don't know how that would impact, like in playing a full game. I don't know if you'd want to go that low or not, but I don't know how the supply rules work in this. I think the supply rules in this are a little different because you're getting them from these different boxes and stuff.
Right, ships bringing them in.
Yeah, I think it's not quite as limiting. Maybe, I don't know. So, all right, that's cool. Well, thanks for popping on here. Then, oh wait, we got to get a last update. McMurray, are you back or no? Nope, I think he stepped away. So no update here from across 5 Aprils. He said he had an exciting update, but maybe I'll type it in the notes if I post this. I'm not even sure I'm going to post this. We'll see. I did start it out, Jeff, with my microphone off, so that was a good start.
Oh.
Because McMurray was like, I can't hear you. I'm like, oh, great. And then I looked, I was like, oh, yeah, my mic was off. Okay, cool. I'm going to end recording. Bye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.
Bye.